Good evening. Thank you for joining us for BTW21 News, Martinsville and Henry County's only daily newscast. As always, we appreciate your company. A lot to share with you, so we're going to get started right with the news with a fire investigation that's underway in Axton. Now, the Henry County Fire Marshal's Office is searching for who set a home on fire in Axton early Sunday morning. The Axton Volunteer Fire Department doused the blaze, which was called in at 2:43 a.m. for the home located at 64 Keep Hope Drive. Fire Marshal Lisa Garrett told BTW21 News she determined the cause of the fire to be arson. This is an ongoing investigation. Anyone having information regarding to this incident is asked to contact the Fire Marshal's office at 276-634-4660 or the Crime Stoppers program at 276-632-7463. Remember, as always, that the Crime Stoppers program offers rewards up to $2,500 for information related to crime. The nature of the crime, the substance of the information determine the amount of reward that you are paid. Now for some great news. Harvest Foundation is investing nearly $1.5 million to ensure that all residents in Henry County can have access, Martinsville and Henry County I should say, can have access to reliable broadband. Henry County is one step closer to ensuring access to broadband for homes and businesses previously underserved by high-speed internet capability. The Harvest Foundation invested $1,491,500 in matching grant funds that leverage state and federal funding to achieve universal broadband in Martinsville, Henry County. DeWitt House Senior Program Officer said broadband access is a utility to which everyone should have unrestricted access. This funding leveraged resources provided by a Virginia Telecommunications Initiative grant of over $33 million secured in 2021 by the West Piedmont Planning District Commission to connect over 10,000 unsecured locations in Henry, Patrick, and Franklin counties. Other partners include River Street Networks and Appalachian Power. Henry County's Universal Broadband Project includes two phases. The first phase begins in the fall and should take approximately 2 years to complete. Phase 1 will construct over 3,000 locations identified through county research using GIS, broadband surveys, and guidance from the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development. Phase 2 will connect locations not previously identified in the original survey and expand broadband access to locations with internet that may not meet high-speed standards. Pricing compared to other providers is competitive, and significant discounts as part of the U.S. Federal Communications Commission Affordable Connectivity Program are available to low to moderate income families. Visit BTW21.com to see updates on this project and to learn more. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Of course, there's a whole lot more news to cover, so we'll be back after this.
Hey, sir. Can I help you?
I'm hunting for a good bargain. A friend of mine sent me.
Okay. You want to come out from behind that bush?
Oh, sure. Looking for a gift for my wife's birthday.
Oh, yeah? What does she like?
She likes it when I say money, if you know what I mean.
Sure. Well, this pre-owned Camry has all the bells and whistles for a great price.
Yep, I think this'll do just fine.
Autos by Nelson. Stop by any of our dealerships today or visit us online.
Hey, come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care. We're located at 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia. Our telephone number is 276-634-0010. Our hours of operation are Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. We do offer time slots now, so you can call us and get that scheduled so you will not have to wait. Don't forget to come see us at Martinsville Urgent Care, 1044 East Church Street, Martinsville, Virginia, 276-634-0010. Call us to get your time slot booked.
The staff is friendly, helpful, very considerate. very, very nice. I couldn't ask for anyone to be any more helpful than they've been. When I got here, I was surprised at all the different things that they wanted me to do and how much better I felt after I finished them. And I've worked with just about everyone, I think, and they're all exceptional. I don't mind coming in the door. It doesn't matter who I work with because I like them all.
Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us for BTW21 News. As we mentioned to you, Oktoberfest 2022 has been rescheduled to the 29th of October, and Dustin Staples break down why some of that reasoning is the upcoming storm and some of the effects that we could be seeing from it.
Audiology, where relationships matter.
Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the program. I'm Weatherman Dustin Staples. Sincerely appreciate your time, as always, as you're checking us out on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/BTW21 News, as well as our Facebook page at facebook.com/BTW21, as well as our website. We hope you are doing well and enjoying another nice day before the calm of the storm this coming weekend. It's going to be looking pretty wet at this point in time, and so right now Hurricane Ian already has made a batter outside of Cuba this morning. Right around a Category 3 storm is expected to strengthen to a Cat 4, if not if it is already at this time. So it is expected to make somewhere between Fort Myers, Tampa, and also St. Petersburg, and somewhere along the Clearwater District. They're expected to see several inches of rain, and let's not talk about the rip currents. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So right now they are expecting to see some dangerous high surf currents as well as some massive flooding possibly in that area. And again, if there's a landfall in Tampa late tonight or sometime Wednesday, it would be the first time in over 100 years since that city has seen a hurricane landfall impact that region. So no hurricanes today, thankfully, but pretty calm and warm. Lots of sunshine to continue on this afternoon and going into tonight. 68 degrees right there as well. We do begin to see the clear skies develop overnight at 8 p.m. coming in at 56 degrees. We'll dip down to 50 to this evening with mostly to partly clear skies developing. Of course, there's a northwest breeze about 5 to 10 miles per hour. That'll be in the vicinity. So doing some clear, continue to see the clear skies. Better yet, go ahead and continue those bonfires and s'mores. Or if you haven't done so already, get that lawn work done, because once we see this rain this weekend, you're going to want to get that done as fast as you can, because it's going to get really wet and really a lot of rain here pretty soon. So we're not expecting feet of rain, but we're expecting right now there's a couple of inches, several inches right now as this forecast is continuing to evolve as I'm talking to you during this recording. So just keep that in mind that all of this will be subject to change again by Wednesday. I may be telling you something totally different tomorrow. So right now this storm is just all over the place and doesn't appear to have a set or stone mind, but we are highly confident that Florida will definitely feel some significant, if not major, impacts this week coming up, particularly tonight and going into tomorrow. And then again Thursday, Friday, that is the time frame where we need to keep a close eye on that, because what's going to happen with that storm is where the storm is going to begin a tropical depression, if not a tropical storm at that point in time. Once the storms typically reach land, they begin to lose a lot of their energy. They're very hard to reform again once they make impacts to direct soil in the U.S. So once they're in the water, they have all that fuel going for them. Oh man, it's just like a never-ending cycle for those storms to continue to fire up as they go on as well. So something to keep in mind. Pretty cold temperatures tonight. 39. I told you. Franklin, parts of Patrick County may see some lower 30s, mid-30s, even Stewart 41 as well. Ridgeway coming in at 42. Same story here in the city of Martinsville, 44 in Ferrum, outside of Route 40, going through that way from Rocky Mount, Boone's Mill, heading towards Sontag and Snow Creek communities there, coming at 44 degrees. And elsewhere, again, pretty chilly tomorrow morning, so you're going to definitely need a nighter, probably another heavy coat. Maybe you may need a sweater or two with you in the morning, and then later in the afternoon you may want to keep it with you, because we're going to remain pretty cool for our Wednesday. As you take a look at some of our daytime highs right here coming into the city, 66 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds. That is, again, we're going to begin to see the shift in our winds as well as our increasing of clouds later this week to come, so just keep that in mind. Area highs tomorrow, low to mid 60s, barely even hitting 60 in Medicine, 66 in Stewart, as well as here at Rocky Mount, 67 in Ridgeway outside of Martinsville Speedway, so maybe head to the Dickie Willie Trail, head to the Smith River Sports Complex. Any of our area trails tomorrow looking perfect. A lot of our kids doing maybe some of their varsity and JV football practices going on with just along with no problems. So whatever, the marching bands even, they be doing some practices outside. Just do know it's going to be chilly, kind of cool out there. So as you're getting ready for Football Friday, of course, we'll continue to keep you updated as we get closer on that as well. All right, let's talk about our weekend impacts here. So let's break this down real quickly, because I know a lot of you have questions about how the rest of your weekend is going to be playing out. I would go ahead and say cancel your outdoor plan, just because it's going to be so wet that you want to have stuff indoors. So if you have things scheduled for Saturday, go ahead and move them indoors for the safety of everybody out there, because this tropical storm is going to most likely impact us Saturday and the remnants of it. This is what we're going to be in for right now. A lot of heavy rain. There's going to be some breezes out here, 10 to 20 miles per hour possible with this tropical depression. By this point, it would be a depression because the state of the matter of the tropical storm of itself would diminish. And of course, we're not going to be talking about hurricane force winds in our direction. So right now, some of the computer models are spitting out between 3 and 5. Some other computer models have between 1 and 3 inches right now. So somewhere between 1 and 3.5 inches of rain is possible. Now, once we have tropical downpours, it's going to fall heavy at times. It's going to create some flooding concerns for our area. So I will say, will this change? Yes, because this is such an evolving system. It is so precarious of what we're looking at with the storm itself. You need to be very up to date with the information provided with you. So just do know this weekend, it's going to be a weekend you want to be indoors. You don't want to be outdoors. I know a lot of things are going on. Oktoberfest Saturday, we still up in the air with that, so stay tuned for when an official statement is released this week. There will be, obviously, they've probably been watching me the last couple of days with this weather pattern moving into effect, also contacting the Weather Service. Sunday, we're going to begin to see the leftover remnants of Ian that'll begin to push through our area. Pretty chilly out here, and again, that's why that caution symbol is at play, as we're letting you know, do be careful, because we're expected to see some much of this heavy rain expected to move on in. 60% chance of that. North-northeast breezes about 10 to 15 miles per hour. Maybe later Sunday, depending on how fast this track and system begins to move in our area, we may begin to see some of the heavy rain but quickly move out of our area. But again, right now, definitely Friday morning's looking pretty okay. Clouds will begin increasing the afternoon on Friday. We will begin to see the heaviest of rain move in late Friday. So just keep a close eye on what decisions are made for football and a lot of our other activities going on. Again, definitely Saturday is going to be the wettest day of the weekend as it approaches in time. So we'll have to definitely keep that in mind, and whether or not if the Oktoberfest will be going on without a hitch. Here's the latest updates this afternoon. Of course, these updated maps change so frequently. I talked about storm surge. This is parts of Florida. Again, somewhere between almost 6 to possibly 12 feet storm surge is expected, basically meaning once the storm makes direct impact inland, it is going to increase the waves of the storm as well as the ocean itself. So a lot of times that water is going to be rushing in really fast, that it's going to have nowhere else to go. It's going to create itself as inland flooding. And again, parts of the Tampa Bay, there you see almost 6 feet, of course, parts of western Florida, eastern Florida, going towards Miami there and Orlando. They're expected to see some of that heavy rain as well, and also storm surges going all the way up to the coast of South Carolina and also the panhandle of Florida. So if you have folks down along the coast of the beaches, do know they are expected to see some high storm surge. And again, real quickly, again, this updated map will be updated again this afternoon, so stay tuned with the National Hurricane Center. I know they've been kind of hard. I try to share as much updated information I can from them on our Facebook page, because it's a little difficult to determine whether or not what's at play and where the things kind of go from here. So once again, several impacts of Cuba today that made several just high damaging winds there. Is expected to become a Category 4 storm tonight, if not tomorrow. And again, the track of the storm does show that most of that will be impacting west and central parts of Florida by tomorrow morning, and then going into parts of Georgia as a tropical storm. And then by that point in time, by the regions our neck of the woods, we're in that cone of uncertainty now. So just do know that tropical depression state will begin to move in. Right now, we're all going to begin to see this. And what's happening with this, there's a cold front that's interacting with this storm. So some of the computer models are starting to move this out to sea. Some of it's beginning to move inland. So this is why this is such an evolving and an ongoing system, because we really don't have a defined answer of whether if we're going to see the heaviest of the rain, which we are going to see heavy rain, but of course we're not going to expect to see feet of rain compared to our friends here south side. Fort Myers, Tampa, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, Pensacola even maybe seeing some impacts from this storm. And again, once it moves up towards the Carolinas and going up to our region, we'll have to keep a close eye on that as well. So the storm could most likely linger into Monday if this goes as planned. Stay tuned for another update for Wednesday. More on the storm will continue to evolve as we get closer to the weekend.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.
Relationships, they are the most precious and important thing we have in life. An uncorrected or improperly corrected hearing loss negatively affects each and every one of those relationships. Did you know that you have hearing insurance benefits available to you? At Ashbrook Audiology, we are the region's go-to providers for benefits from affordable hearing care, true hearing, and many more. Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter, Martinsville and Danville.
Hey, my name is Joyce Renee Watkins, and the reason why I chose chiropractic was because I was having some issues with myself, and chiropractic really, really works. New clients to come in, we are running a special right now where you can actually come into the office and have an exam and 7 different types of x-rays for $49. And then we will get you back in the next day and we will actually treat you, and we can let you then what your insurance covers. Now you're getting 7 x-rays and an exam, and the x-ray machine here is top of the line, and Dr. Zentmeyer is really good. He can really read some x-rays. So I encourage everyone to come. We're located in Collinsville. Our address is 3652 Virginia Avenue, Collinsville, Virginia. We're across from Fenders and beside Walgreens.
You're watching BTW21 News. Again, thank you for staying with us. We're going to turn things over now to Chad, who has a look at your local sports.
And thanks for tuning in to BTW21 Sports. And we had a great Friday night action live at Magna Vista. Again, Tunstall taking a pretty big loss, 50-14, Magna Vista on top. But hey, the football players wasn't the only thing on the field that night. Homecoming king and queen. Magna Vista players are completely pumped up over Friday night's big win. They're excited to be heading back to Bassett, and they feel like they're going to be able to, after 5 years, bring that Smith River Classic trophy back to Magna Vista. These young men are pretty pumped up over the win headed to Bassett.
So we just came out here, you know, having fun, great crowd. You know, our team came out here and played well. We was motivated to come out here and take a win on homecoming, you know, with a big crowd, big stadium, you know, but next week we got to go to work though. Oh, that's basically like a championship.
And I think tonight was just an absolute night. We all had fun. We balled out. We just, you know, we look forward to games like this, playing in front of our friends, family, balling out, beating breaks off a team, you know, just all around having fun, getting underclassmen in, just having a great old time. Oh, absolutely. I think we've come a long way since last year. You know, we had some good players, and we have better ones this year, I believe, honestly.
It was a great game. You know, big crowd.
all the family here, everybody's family, everybody's friends. I think we played great, did pretty good. It's pretty cold outside right now, but played good through it. Great, 5 years is a long time. We haven't brought it back in a minute. We got to bring it back to the crib.
It's definitely going to be a tough one. Basses, they not one to play with. We're going to have to practice really hard this week and come ready Friday. Definitely going to be the same amount of crowd. We just got to tune in, lock in, can't worry about the crowd. We used to it, like he said, like my boy Sam said. We just got to pick it up, do better, try to not get a lot of flags, Yeah.
Yes, sir, it was a great game tonight. We came out, showed out how we planned on homecoming night for the big crowd, Just did what Warrior football does, brought back the blue front defense, put points on the board, 50-14 is a big score, a big blowout. It was great, in your home stadium, you don't expect to lose, so coming out here and just doing what you're supposed to do and having fun and little few penalties that doesn't matter. Coming out and getting the dubs what matters most. Mentally, just prepare, watch film, study what I need to study, do my gaps and all that, because big game at Bassett, so.
Well, we think we control the ball really well, and I don't think we really give up a lot of unnecessary turnovers, so we plan on keeping the ball low. Can, but I really don't think they will. I'm not too terribly worried about next Friday. We're going to come Monday and we're going to work. I think we're all going to stay mentally ready. We're just going to lock in. We're going to do what we need to do. We're going to work hard, and we're going to practice how we're going to play. I think momentum means a lot, and I think if momentum carries over, it will help us a lot.
In closing here on our Sportscast today, we're going to leave you with all of these scores from last Friday night.
We've been here for 25 years now, and we built a building that was bigger than what we needed when we first started. We've just about filled that place now. One of the things that we really do is we value our employees. We know it takes a long time for them to learn the skills, but people's skills are hard-earned, so we make sure that there is a job for them every day of the week, 52 weeks of the year. So even if we're quiet and we don't need people, a lot of businesses still lay people off, send people home. We don't do that. If you want to come to work, we will find you a job because we value the skills that you've learned with us, and we want you to stay here, and we want you to feel valued, and we want you as a family to go home and think, I'm always going to get a paycheck if I turn up to work for Drake.
Welcome back, and again, we appreciate your company as always. Let's turn it over now to your Martinsville and Henry County Crime Report, presented by Apex Bail Bonds.
Coe, 61 of Virginia, charged with inhaling drugs, glue, or etc. Darwin Calindres Mejia, 28 of Collinsville, Virginia, charged with failure to appear in court for felony offense, failure to appear in court for misdemeanor offense, intoxication in public, and contempt of court, failure to appear. Conley Dowell, 42 of Bassett, Virginia, charged with intentionally damage any property. John Earls, 52 of Bassett, Virginia, charged with intoxication in public. Dakota Fur, 29 of Collinsville, Virginia, charged with failure to appear in court for felony offense. Jonathan Hodge, 34, Martinsville, Virginia, charged with intoxication in public. Dakota Hooker, 20, of Collinsville, Virginia, charged with contribute to delinquency, abuse of child. Aaron LaRue, 21, of Collinsville, Virginia, charged with simple assault against family member and strangling another causing wounding or injury.
Martinsville First Savings Bank has been serving Martinsville and Henry County since 1924. Feel free to stop by or call for more information on how our checking, savings, money market, and certificates of deposit can help you meet your financial goals. If you are tired of 800 numbers or online customer service, please contact us. We are local people making local decisions. Visit our office at 25 West Church Street in Uptown Martinsville or call 276-638-8771.
Welcome back. It is now time for your Martinsville and Henry County obituaries, as always presented by our good friends at Bassett Funeral Service.
Alvin Penn, 83, transitioned peacefully on September the 22nd, 2022. A visitation service will be held Thursday, September the 29th at 10:30 a.m. The funeral service will begin at 11 a.m. at New Bethel Christian Church in Fieldale. Hurston Funeral Home is serving the family. Brent Douglas Wagner, 40 of Ridgeway, passed away Wednesday, September the 21st, 2022. Visitation will be Wednesday, September the 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Wright Funeral Service Chapel. Wright Funeral Service and Crematory is serving the family. Online condolences may be made by visiting wrightfuneralservices.net. Bryce Alexander Hankins, 26 of Greensboro, North Carolina, departed this life Friday, September the 23rd, 2022. A visitation will be held Wednesday, September the 28th at 11:30 a.m. The funeral service will begin at 12 noon at the Greater International Pentecostal Assembly Building. Brent Douglas Wagner, 40 of Ridgeway, passed away Wednesday, September the 21st, 2022. Visitation will be Wednesday, September the 28th from 5 to 7 p.m. at Wright Funeral Service Chapel.
Bassett Funeral Service was founded in 1996 by Darrell B. Martin and Paul T. Kennedy Jr. We started as a small funeral home in Bassett, and in 2007 we went to one of the largest funeral homes in Martinsville and Henry County. We started with 3,200 square feet, and in 2007 went to over 20,000. Bassett Funeral Service is located at 3665 Ferrystone Park Highway in the town of Bassett. 276-629-1770.
Carlisle School in Axton, Virginia serves preschool through grade 12. It provides a nurturing yet challenging learning environment. The pandemic caused learning losses for many students. We can turn those losses into gains through individualized instruction and smaller class sizes. Tuition is flexible and financial aid is available. Now enrolling 276-632-7288, carlisleschool.org.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this Tuesday edition of BTW21 News. As always, make sure that you stay updated on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BTW21, and our website, BTW21.com. We'll see you tomorrow.
You're watching BTW21, your neighborhood network, Southside.